Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we crack open those dusty corporate filings to see if the numbers tell the same story as the glossy press releases. Today we are diving into an amendment to a report from Figure Technology Solutions Incorporated. Now this isn't some big sweeping financial update, it's more like a correction, a little oopsie in their previous filing. But even small corrections can tell us something important about how a company manages its information and what details they are focused on. Before we get into the weeds, if you appreciate getting these clear, straightforward explanations of complex financial documents, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where we can chat more about these companies and your insights. So what we have here is an amendment to a Form 8K for Figure Technology Solutions Incorporated. Think of an 8K as a current report that companies file with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, when certain big events happen like acquisitions or changes in leadership. This particular filing is an 8K/A, which means it is an amendment to a previous report. They are going back and correcting something they filed before. The original report was filed on the 12th of January 2026, and this amendment is also dated the 12th of January 2026. This tells us they identified a mistake very quickly after the initial filing. Now let's get to the juicy part. What exactly did they correct? They are amending Exhibit 99.1, which was a press release announcing financial results for the quarter that ended the 31st of December 2025. The specific correction is to the matched offers balance for the month ended the 30th of November 2025. This balance was initially reported as $38 million, but they are now correcting it to $22 million. This is a significant adjustment for that specific line item. Because they corrected that November number, it has a ripple effect on other reported figures. Specifically, the quarter-over-quarter change for matched offers balances from the third quarter of 2025 to the fourth quarter of 2025 has changed dramatically. It was originally reported as a 442% increase, but is now revised to a whopping 836% increase. What does matched offers balance even mean? Without more context from their original filing or business model, it is hard to say for sure, but generally in a business context, balances related to offers could indicate things like the value of potential sales pending confirmation, perhaps outstanding invoices, or even commitments from customers. A massive jump from 38 million to 22 million, and then an inflated reported growth rate suggests a significant overstatement in their initial report. This kind of correction could point to a few things. Perhaps it was an unintentional data entry error, a mistake in their accounting software, or even a misinterpretation of how to calculate that specific metric. Let's think about the consequences. Reporting a higher matched offers balance and a much higher growth rate could have made the company appear much stronger financially than it actually was to investors and analysts. This is why these reports are so important. They are supposed to be accurate and timely. When there is a correction, especially one that significantly alters a key growth metric, it raises questions about the robustness of their internal controls and their processes for reporting financial information. For investors, this is a key part of due diligence. You want to see that the company is transparent and has its operations well in hand. Figure Technology Solutions Incorporated trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol Figure. They have class A common stock. This is the type of security that investors can buy and sell in the public market. It is important for investors to know the exact details of the securities they are dealing with. The company has checked the box indicating they are an emerging growth company. This is a designation given by the SEC to companies with total annual gross revenues of less than $1.235 billion during their most recently completed fiscal year. Emerging growth companies can benefit from certain exemptions from regulatory and disclosure requirements, making it easier for them to get started and grow. However, they also have to choose whether they want to use extended transition periods for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards. In this case, they have not elected to opt out of those extended transition periods, which means they can continue to follow older accounting rules for a bit longer. While this can simplify things for them, it is something investors should be aware of, as they might be on a different accounting timeline than more established public companies. The report is signed by Michael Tannenbaum, who is listed as the Chief Executive Officer and Director. This signature assures the SEC that a duly authorized representative of the company has reviewed and approved the contents of the report. It is standard practice for the CEO or a senior financial officer to sign off on these filings. Now, looking at this amendment as a whole, Figure Technology Solutions Incorporated is a Nevada incorporated company, which is common for many businesses today. They are a relatively new company in the public markets given their emerging growth company status. This correction, while seemingly minor, highlights the importance of accuracy in financial reporting. An incorrect matched offers balance and a vastly inflated growth rate could mislead investors. It is good they corrected it quickly, but it does prompt a closer look at their internal processes. Were there other errors? how rigorously are their financials reviewed before they are released to the public? As an investor, I would be looking for more details on what this matched offers balance actually represents. Understanding the meaning of the numbers is crucial to understanding the health of the business. If this number relates to future revenue or customer commitments, a significant downward correction could impact future revenue projections. On the other hand, if it was simply a miscalculation in reporting a past metric and the business operations themselves are sound, then the impact might be less severe. However, it does place them under a microscope and suggests a need for greater diligence in their financial statements. The dramatic swing in the quarter-over-quarter growth rate from 442 to 836% is certainly attention grabbing and warrants further investigation into the underlying business drivers. Now for my take on Figure Technology Solutions Incorporated. This filing is not a deep dive into their overall financial health like a full 10Q would be. It is a correction. The fact that they identified and corrected a significant number so quickly is a positive sign of their willingness to be transparent. However, the nature of the correction itself, the matched offers balance, and its impact on growth percentages does raise a flag. It implies that there may be some kinks in their financial reporting machinery that need ironing out. I would want to see how this impacts broader financial metrics. Are other parts of their financial picture as robust as they appear? I would also be keeping a close eye on their future earnings reports to see if the corrected numbers lead to any downward revisions in future outlooks. A key risk here is investor confidence. Even if it was a simple human error, repeated inaccuracies could erode trust. On the opportunity side, if the underlying business is indeed strong, the company may be able to leverage corrected data to present a more accurate and potentially still very positive growth story moving forward. What is your take on this correction? Do you think it is a minor slip or something more concerning? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And of course, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.